for this video, we're going to go through real quick some G35 specific stuff while I have a set on me. So in the previous electrical videos that you might have seen, you see basically how we soldered up a G35 light with the harness, and we're going to show you basically what you need to do to get it to fit inside the G35 panel. It is a very tight fit and it is kind of a bit of a pain. So real quick, you can kind of see how it was cut. It was cut right along the edge of the lens. You can see that there's more or less an even amount of plastic surrounding the lens. Comes together like this. We pulled out the chrome elements inside and we tossed them since we don't need them anymore. The light more or less comes back together like this. So, in order to get these panels to fit, what you're going to need to do is more or less cut exclusively this end. So if you look closely here, we did a lot of sanding here. We cut this nub off right here so you can see the sanding marks. We also cut a compartment here to allow the LEDs to hug closer to the back of the panel. And I do recommend when you do cut this out, save the plastic piece because you will need to use it to reseal the lights. So I'm going to try to fit this out real quick. And do, be gentle when you fit it because you don't want to scratch up the inside of the lens too much. But I'm going to throw it in, take a look at how it's bent, and go from there. So you can see immediately that from my mock-up, this does need to be bent a little bit, which is totally fine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to grab my heat gun and just start heating this section. So I'm going to make sure that it's not too hot, make sure I'm not burning anything. I just want to soften up the plastic. And evenly apply heat over the sections that don't fit. So now I'm going to put the lens on and see how it fits. So in this case, you can see here, it fits pretty well. The lens is pretty much flush with the light, as well as on the bottom. Fits pretty well. You can see that the only real issue is, again, that last section that refuses to kind of go in. So if I really wanted to, I could kind of just fix this using a clamp, but I'm actually going to heat this section up again just to make sure. But before I do that, I'm actually going to check the other side. So this is the right side. It's been cut the same way. And I'm just going to fit it because I believe this one is slightly more problematic. So I'm going to fit it. And you can see here this fits much better. There's not a lot of overhang. It fits right to it. So if I put it on the top, I should expect this to look much better. So you can see there's still a little bit of overhang or a gap, but it's not something that I don't feel like clamps couldn't fix. So both sides are more or less fit, and we just now need to peel off the paper, get everything glued, and assemble it. So that's kind of the gist of how to prep G35 lights, and we'll start doing more model-specific ones later on. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe, leave a comment for any suggestions, and I'll see you in the next one.